Well, welcome back to Insight. I'm here with Aging and In-Home Services of Northeast Indiana. Beth has joined us now, still here with Alora, and we are talking about falls and fall prevention. We're talking about the statewide coalition, but you're also working with Allen County and with Parkview. They have a fall clinic. So let's talk about that. This community outreach and the fall clinic, how is that preventing falls?
So this Parkview Falls Clinic was created several years ago, and it stemmed out of, in 2014-ish, their trauma center were noticing that about 40% of all of their cases coming in were related to falls. And the injuries related, or ranged from really serious to not as serious, getting discharged right away. But they were finding that a lot of things were contributing to these falls and could possibly be preventable. So that that research and those observations helped them to develop this falls clinic in their Center for Aging and Health. And so what it is a kind of one-stop shop, if you will, that houses a multidisciplinary team where they can address a lot of the risks contributing to people's falls, such as medication side effects, maybe new diagnoses that affect balance or sensory problems, loss of strength, balance, the home environment, like Alora and Mary had been talking to. And the interdisciplinary team addresses these different aspects. So there's a neurologist.
Yes.
There's a pharmacist that helps to look at medications.
See if they're interacting with each other.
Absolutely. Physical therapy, occupational therapy, to look at those things like gait. Also, things, like, am I reaching too far to get something? Like, how is your stove? Small things like that that really add up to contributing factors to causing these falls in home environments. And we play a part in that, being kind of the community resource social work piece. A lot of times people come in, they may be often are bringing their family caregivers, whether that's somebody who cares for them all the time, or maybe that son or daughter that just came in to help them. But that's really helpful because we can assess the situation, we can talk to both the person who's falling, but also get observations from their loved ones to see.
I'm guessing a lot of times the person who's falling doesn't realize why they're falling. And that's where that caregiver can come in and go, yeah, I do notice that, mom can't quite reach the back of the stove or the cabinet, or the gate does seem to be unsteady, or whatever the case may be. Or if you've always had those rugs, Dad may say, no, there's nothing wrong with the rugs in my house because they've been there for 35 years. If you've had rugs for 35 years, you should probably change them. But you know what I mean. They don't see that that's a problem, and that's where the caregiver probably needs to step in.
Yeah, it's one of those things that was never an issue before, so why is it an issue now?
Yes.
And so the Falls Clinic, the goals are to help people improve their health and functioning, improve safety, maintain independence. So if you're living in the home, making these small modifications can go a long way. And then the other goal is looping in their support system, friends, family, whomever that may be, and getting them lined up with other things that can help them. Because we know that the doctor, the therapist, you work with these people out in offices, clinics,
right?
But we are that community aspect that can come into the home and say, okay, how do we take these things that everyone's told you and how can you implement them that fits you and that'll be successful?
I love that it's everybody working together.
Yes.
It's so important that the doctors are all talking to each other, and the occupational therapists and the physical therapists, and everybody's working together. So how can people become part of or use the Falls Clinic?
So in order for them to partake in the Falls Clinic, we referred to it, it does need to come from their primary care doctor.
Okay.
So say we had a family call into our resource center, mom's fallen 3 times in the last 3 months. I really want to see what could possibly be happening. We will encourage them to talk to their primary care doctor and ask about the Falls Clinic. That way they can get referred to it.
It's still, that's so simple. I mean, it's very easy. All you have to do is get that referral and then become part of it. And it's going on all the time. It's not like, oh, I can only do this at these specific times. You can get that referral at any point.
Correct. And it's not only, if you're having frequent falls, but it's also if you're at risk for falls. Yes. Maybe you have a new diagnosis that affects your balance, or you're shuffling your feet. if the doctor sees that you have enough of these factors that could constitute a referral
Sure.
to help you out, that's a possibility as well, because we want to stop falls before
Yes.
they happen.
That's
as much
the point.
as we can.
Yes.
Yes. Reason for falls prevention.
Yes, falls prevention is the key. Well, we're going to wrap things up and talk specifically about falls prevention because it is the key. When we come back, we'll be right back.